Good evening, YouTube, and welcome to another episode here at WILDMAN Lifts. I'm your host, WILDMAN. On today's episode, we're going to go over gym culture and gym etiquette. It can be pretty intimidating when you make a goal to better yourself and you know that a gym is where you can go to improve yourself. The gyms that I'm mainly going to talk about today are going to be big commercial gyms. I'm not talking about CrossFit gyms, strongman gyms, or powerlifting gyms, or some other strength specialty gym. I'm going to be talking about the 24-hour LA Fitness kind of gyms, what the culture is like there, and what proper etiquette is when you are in that atmosphere. Now, whether a gym is empty and there's nobody there and you have it all to yourself, or a gym is crowded and there's a lot of people there, there is a culture and a proper way to behave when you are in the gym. That way nobody will think any less of you when you go. I'm going to offer you 7 tips that are going to make sure when you go to the gym, you'll be able to have a good workout and you won't be making anybody upset when you leave. And if you plan to be at the gym multiple days a year, then you're going to want to follow my 7 tips to ensure that you build positive relationships with other gym goers and you won't embarrass yourself. So the first tip I have for you is to have a plan before you go to the gym. So if you go back to my previous videos, I give a free strength program in giant set format. So if you want to follow that strength plan that I put for free, the first thing you need to do is go to the gym that you're planning to use and check out the atmosphere. Look to see what the machines are available. Look to see what squat racks they have, what bench press setups they have. And does the gym even allow you to deadlift? Maybe that won't be the gym for you if you want to include deadlifts into your programming. Having a plan will ensure that you won't be wasting anybody's time and you'll know exactly what to do to get in and out so that you're not bothering anybody else. Having a plan when you go in will be able to ensure that none of that happens. I've already put out one strength program, and I'm planning to put out more strength programs and more workout plans as well. So stay tuned into the future, and I will be giving more programs that you could follow that might fit your individual goal. Now, let's say that you go to the gym with a plan to bench press, and oh no, the only bench press setup that's there is taken. You might need to adjust your plan a little bit, which is going to segue into my second tip. The second tip is make sure you share the equipment and machines in the gym. If the bench press is being used by another individual, don't just walk in there and start removing the weights after they're done with their set and claim that this is my bench press. All that's going to do is start a conflict with the other gym goer. Instead, there's a proper etiquette that can be done to ensure that you can both use the machine without any problems. Simply walk up to the gym user using the equipment you want to use and ask politely how many more sets do they have. They might reply, "That was my last set. The machine is all yours, buddy." Or they might say, "I'm going to be here all day. This is the only thing I plan to use in here." If that's the case, just simply ask the fellow gym user if you can work in your sets with them. So if they're benching 225 and you want to start with 135, just alternate turns. He does 225 for his sets. You do 135 for how many sets you want to do. And this is a proper etiquette and expected behavior in gym culture. 99.9% of gym users are going to absolutely allow this and might even help you offload and load your plates with you as long as you reciprocate the favor for them. Likewise, if you're on an implement like a squat rack and somebody comes up to you and wants to use a squat rack in conjunction with you, you should also allow that to happen to make sure that everybody can work out and get what they need to get done, because you might be on a time crunch and they might be on a time crunch. And this is how we can share the gym together and have world peace. Tip number 3 I have for you is, when you're using a machine or a piece of equipment from the gym, don't take an absurd amount of time by playing on your phone and looking at social media or whatever it is that you're looking at. You'll see that a lot of people will be sitting on their phones on a piece of equipment that you want to use, and will never get up because they're too busy involved in their phone. This is bad for 2 reasons. The first reason is you're wasting too much time in between your sets to get a really good workout. The second thing is you're hogging the equipment and the machines. And even if the gym is empty or it's packed, both of these reasons are adequate reasons to move through the machines with a purpose and not just sit on your phone and gaze at social media. The gym is there to make sure that you're working on yourself, and moving efficiently through your workouts is part of every successful strength program. Tip number 4, when you are done using the machine, wipe it down with a towel or a paper towel. You wouldn't like it if you sat down on a soggy, sweaty machine after somebody else used it. Wiping down the machine after you're done keeps the gym cleanliness up and is a nice courtesy for the next user. Tip number 5, when you are done using equipment or a machine, put that equipment away. So if you're using a barbell and you're using plates, put the plates away. And if the barbell has a rack, either a stand or a wall rack to put on, put that barbell away. If you're using a dumbbell or a kettlebell and you got it from a rack, put it away. If you're using a machine that you can put free weights attached to it, remove the free weights from the machine. This really isn't that hard, and it's a courtesy for other gym users. If you leave your plates on there and your equipment out when you're done, and you keep doing it consistently every time you go back to the gym, you're going to develop a bad reputation, both with gym users and with the staff. My 6th tip is, don't be afraid to fail, but also have a plan if you fail. What I mean by that is, a lot of people don't like when they go to the gym and they fail a lift. So if you're bench pressing and you get stuck and somebody has to come over and help you really quick, that might be a reason why you don't want to go back to the gym the next day. And I'm telling you, everybody that goes to the gym is going to fail at some point. I fail all the time. That's how I learn from my mistakes, is I fail in lifts. Some programs are designed to go to failure, and some programs you're going to test your 1 rep max and you might not be ready to press it that day and you're going to get stuck. But you should know what you're capable of and what's going to be challenging for you. And once you reach that threshold, ask somebody in the gym. If somebody didn't come with you to the gym, like a friend or something, ask somebody nearby, hey, can you spot me? A spotter will guarantee that you won't hurt or kill yourself when you get stuck underneath a weight. Even if they don't know what they're doing, you can just tell them what you want them to do, and they'll help you, and you might actually develop a friendship out of it. I sure have. And the 7th and final most important tip that I have for you is, do not be that creepy person in the gym. Now, I'm not talking about people who go to the gym and are looking around at the talent that's there, because some people dress to be noticed, or to lightly flirt with somebody, or anything of that matter. What I'm talking about is the person who goes to the gym, stares at another individual working out the entire time, and every time that person moves to another part of the gym, that person follows them. You may even have the audacity to ask them out on a date, and they might respectfully decline you. But that doesn't stop you. You continue to go to the gym. You know what time they go to the gym. You plan your day to go to the gym the same time they do, for the purpose of stalking them. Do not be that creepo, okay? Go to the gym and focus on working on yourself and your goal to be a better you. If you're going there because there's a person there that you find attractive and you're going to go into stalker mode, then the gym is not for you. Go to the gym looking to improve yourself. All right, so those are the 7 tips that I have for you. I've been going to commercial gyms pretty much since I was in high school. Even though I have my home gym and I have a gym that I go work out at my job, I rarely have to go to a commercial gym, but I find myself going to a commercial gym maybe twice a year for whatever reason. A friend of mine wants me to work out with him and wants me to help him, and I go to his commercial gym and I follow these 7 tips, and we're able to get out of there with our reputations still good. I hope you found these tips useful, and I'll catch you next time. Thank you.